Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of day once again. Yes, time to spin the wheel of misfortune, or whatever you want to call it today. There's no new rules in today. I had a quick look through the comments of yesterday's video, didn't see anything that I felt needed to go in straight away, so we're just gonna give this a little spin. The new rule is... Right. That changes the plan for the video. I was gonna do something different in this video, but no. Yeah, no silage bales at all, which means number one, I gotta sell the silage bales I've already got made. Number two, I've gotta sell the bale. This is an evil rule. This is mean. I've gotta change my equipment. So I'll get you guys in game with, yeah, on. So I was going to do some rolling today. However, that changed when the rule came in. Because the plan for tomorrow's stream was going to be silage bales, because I've done it on camera already. But I'm not allowed to make silage bales now, which means today's stream. I'm not allowed to make silage bales now, which means that I've got to sell all of my silage equipment, basically. Because, who came up with that rule? That's just plain evil. Yeah, so the plan for the stream today is kind of selling silage bales because the rule is evil. Remember when I said you can make rules based on stuff that I've already done? Just to be rude. I regret saying that now. The Mikhail's gotta go. Didn't even plan on this being a thing. I was hoping for like no tabbing or something. So I don't have any plans for... I had the game running in the background when I spun the wheel, so I don't have any like special stuff put in, so I'm just gonna grab something that maybe makes sense as a forage wagon. I mean, I guess there's a bright side in that, yes, we are making money. Technically, we're going to be spending it on a forage wagon, and we're going to be going into the field that I was fully intending on baling. I've just realized the baler's actually in the field already, or should be. You can see, by the way, that most of the weird frame rate lag that I've been having is gone. I'm still not quite sure what was causing that, but it's mostly gone. There is one bale there that I'm just gonna have to ignore, basically. Well, I guess use the field to do the silage. I really wanted to do some rolling today in the video. I really did. I was planning on it. I had everything set up and ready to go, as you saw at the start. But then the rule changed. Because I planned the video out before the rule comes in. And I was planning on doing silage tomorrow into this stream and everything being perfect and all of this nice stuff happening and rolling field as well, and then, yeah, no. You guys are plain evil. Just evil. So the baler's gotta go too, because I don't want to be dealing with round bales. Any rules saying round bales only will just be ignored, because round bales don't act very nice. They just don't behave in a way that I like. Do I have any modded? Nope, we'll just use the pottinger, I guess. I may swap this out during the stream later, but with this being kind of a last minute thing that has been dumped on me, you know, it's just one of those things that happens. and I'm not happy. Also, you might notice I'm using keyboard today instead of the wheel like I've been doing the last few episodes. That's literally just because uh, I didn't want to deal with the wheel today. You guys know that I went karting yesterday, and yeah, recording this is still a bit sore. Well, I went karting today for me, but yesterday for you guys, still a bit sore, and it's about 10:30 in the evening. So, just giving my arms and back and legs a bit of a rest at the moment. So, I guess this changes how I'm gonna have to plan things, because with the bale silage, it was instantly silage. With pit silage, it takes a few days to ferment. So I'm gonna be without silage for minimum 3 days. And I've got to compact it all down and all that kind of stuff. That's not a big deal. But what it does mean is I'm basically gonna have to do something really silly. Just this field is going to be literally just all the silage in one of the pits. Because I need silage ASAP for when I get cows in. And I do plan like alternating the animals that I buy on Friday, if I can at all. But the problem then becomes I've got 2 weeks, it's late spring, I need to have something ready for kind of autumn times. I'm expecting stuff to go a bit by in between. I'm expecting new rules to come in and make things harder for me and stuff like that. But I do need to have silage ready, and I can't just do, you know, a summer cut and hope for the best. I need something to be fermenting throughout the summer, so why is it still beeping? I'm not entirely sure it was meant to do that. I'm entirely sure it's supposed to get out of those things, get out of the tractor when it's nearly full, I guess. I didn't even know that was a thing in Farm Sim. I have learned today. So, like I said, we're gonna just use that field to fill up one of the 2 pits, compact it down, get it fermenting, and whatever else we collect this year will go into the 2nd pit, and that'll ferment over the winter. Is the plan, at least. I don't know how well I'm gonna do this. But that's at the very least the plan, is just to get as much silage fermenting as I can, so there's always kind of a stockpile down here. I'm gonna grab up that bit of grass there as well, just because I can. So let's start loading the pit now that I have to do only pit silage. Because why did I even put that into the... Why did I even put that into the wheel? I probably shouldn't have. This shouldn't come through the other side, it does not. Which is good. Oxy's plan of making the tip column insanely huge has worked. Just grab this grass here. I know that it's unrealistic, but it's going to clean this up and away. It comically makes the little Husqvarna a lot more useful. Because I'm now thinking, you might notice that I'm not finished mowing that lawn yet. I will eventually get around to it. I'm now thinking that a really good idea is using Husqvarna to mow places like over in front of the shop here, dump on the ground, and using its own trailer, just pick it up with the front loader, dump it on, you know, pick it up with the front loader and put it into the trailer and bring it up to the yard and tip it out. Because that way, at the very least, I'll be able to get bonus grass together instead of just from fields. Now, it is kind of gimmicky and cheaty, and there's about 6 different rules pre-prepared and in the wheel to screw with me on that one. But I'm sure I can find a way around those rules as well. And give you guys new ideas for ways to be evil, I guess. This does mean, however, that any rules relating to silage, I don't know if there are any more on the list, I'll have to go through it later after I record this. Any rules relating to silage are now going to be deleted. Because I think there were a few people saying bale silage only, no pit silage, and stuff like that, so I'm going to have to run through the list and double check that there's no contradictory rules that I need to delete as well. Because unfortunately, if there's rules that contradict each other, then yeah, it's not, they all have to go, unfortunately. So this challenge is even playable. So it's really a case of first one out of the random number generator wins, with the rule selections at the very least. I've seen Tristan, by the way, Tristan Decker, if you're watching, the end goal, I think it's Tristan suggests this, the end goal is already to buy all the fields. That was the very first rule to be randomly selected. Which annoyed a few people, but I mean, that's the joy of random selections, is they will by their very nature annoy somebody. This latest one's annoyed me. And I hope you guys are enjoying the idea behind this series, because I have given up all control over basically how I'm playing the game. I've given it up to you, my own judgment on the rules. Like, I guess I still have some, but you know, I've given it up to you guys, my interpretation of what you guys come up with as rules and a random number generator. This is a very interesting way to play the game, because like I said yesterday, I'm gonna have to change how I play daily now. I can't just do the same 3 jobs all the time, and I know I'm doing grass work for like the 3rd or 4th day in a row. But it is late spring, the only thing that I can really do is grass work at the moment. This is kind of the downside of seasons. Because I always find I rush to get the seeds in and the tillage field sorted, and then grass work is just kind of like, it's just kind of the rest of the time, because it's relatively quick and relatively easy. It's low stress. Got 42,000. Well, we should actually get over 100,000 liters of silage into that one pit, which is nice. There is a bit of a wind blowing. Oh yeah, there's the. I thought that was supposed to be till Monday. There's a bit of a storm going on outside. It seems a windstorm at the very least. And I need to close my window because it is starting to get pretty cold tonight, and that's not comfortable. So we got what? A very small amount of the wheel actually done. We've got not even both the headlands. Or we've got 42,000 litres of silage so far. We might get away with this, you know. It's totally annoying because the silage that I've already made I'm gonna have to sell off now. But technically you could probably argue that I should just delete those bales, but I would argue that those bales were there before the rule came in, so I'm allowed to sell them. I'm not going to use them for animal work, so, you know, there's a kind of 50-50 there. I would interpret the no silage bales rule as being for animals. I could, of course, just constantly make silage bales and sell them for infinite money, but I'm gonna stick within the letter of the law once we get those bales sold off and not make any more bales. It's a bit of a shame because I don't tend to make silage bales all that often. I tend to go for pit silage because it's easier. This is kind of my go-to way of silaging. It's why I usually, when I'm coming up with all the rules for the challenge, I'll usually limit myself to silage bales because otherwise I'll just do infinite pit silage and annoy everybody. Well, I do have some... There was one rule suggestion. I should mention this. I should mention this because it was a genuinely good rule suggestion that's just not practical, unfortunately. I can't remember who, but somebody suggested that instead of using like hard workers and Courseway and Follow Me, that I get various farm sim YouTubers in to do the work with me. And that's a fantastic idea if everybody had infinite time. And if everybody was really easy to get in contact with, because if that was the case, then everybody would have Let's Days on the go with Daggerwin, let's face it. And I would have invited Daggerwin to take part, you know, SFTN, Simulate, Chris, maybe even some of you guys. I know a few of you guys do make farm sim videos as well. But, number one, the amount of private mod I have makes it very difficult to get people in. And number two, private mods are weird edits, because I like doing weird edits to my mods occasionally. Sometimes I don't even mention that I've edited mods, I'll just do it and nobody ever notices because I've done something really tiny that I like. But number 10, the most important thing of why that rule isn't in the list, it's on my little list of rules what I could do for the random number generator for the wheel, is just because I tend to record at random times in the night and most people are asleep or just chilling out by the time I start recording. Which basically means that even if I wanted to, I couldn't do that. Like, I happen to know that Daggerwin usually works during the day, so even if I was to record in the morning, he wouldn't be awake. Landy Kid is in Canada at the moment, so he's got a 5-hour time difference. So if I were to record in the morning, it'd be like, just say I want to record at 10 AM, so 12 hours from now. He'd be asleep because it's 5 AM in Canada. You know, it complicates things massively. And, yeah, I wish I could do that though. It would be amazing if I could get it to work, but it just wouldn't work, and the fact that I know it wouldn't work is why I'm not even gonna try. Because I know how YouTube is with various time commitments and stress, and trying to schedule something with somebody else is just like, no, because that's just pain. That's just pain and suffering, and nobody ever wants that. I should apologize as well, because I have a few questions. I don't have a mod list, and the reason I don't have a mod list is because I've got, like, actually now probably about 180 mods, because I did do a bit of a wipe earlier today when I had the graphics card issue during the stream. You might notice the graphics settings are slightly different now. I've got the really janky shadows turned back on. Hopefully I've regenerated the shader cache in full for this map. There seem to be some areas where it just janks up a bit. Probably because of the... comically, the FPS mod does cause some issues. Or the FPS script. Just because when you screw with LODs, it does weird things, and some of them are not intentional. Or not expected. But yeah, hopefully I've got that problem fixed. And apologies for anybody I terrified yesterday during the stream by saying, oh well, if my graphics card is dead, that's the end of YouTube for me, because it would be, because I, yeah, don't have money lying around. or would have been. Luckily, as you can see, my graphics card is very much alive and very much still working. So, Joe, that's not something you need to worry about. What I need to worry about is the plan for today's stream, because I'm basically I'm gonna need to roll both fields, so it could be a bit slow going at times. And I want to check if the tillage fields are actually fertilized, because I think they might have been fertilized recently. They are on stage 2. I want to get them up to stage 3 ASAP. And that's going to kind of just be a visual check where I'll know whether or not they have been. Once that's done, I really don't know. We could do some stuff in the house barn, I guess. Obviously selling the silage is going to be the very, very first thing I do in today's stream. Or selling the silage bales, specifically. I should mention as well, I do have BJ extension on, so if somebody wants to set a rule to say that I need a certain amount before I turn on the BGA, you don't need to. BJ extension is doing that for me. And in fact, let me just zip down to the BGA here and show you guys how BJ extension works. Because I always talk about it and never really showed it off. Where's the thingy? It's over here. So you can see that it is turned off at the moment, and in the F1 menu you can see projected plant size 100%, 240,000 required for startup. And page up and page down. Annoyingly will turn on and off the blur, so just ignore them, but the bigger I make the plant, the more it costs. Up to I think about $1 million or so. Oh god. Up to 1.1 million to start a BGA. And if I go down, reshade isn't working. Something's gone wonky. Reshade's not. Oh, it is on. Oh, it's because I was so close to the thing. I can spend as little as 128,000 to get half-size plant. Which I may well do at some point, is just get half-size BJ and work that. But the plan is to get 100% size BJ. So whenever I say, oh, I can't do like BGA silage, that's why. It's because BGA extension means I have no way of selling silage en masse, or in bulk. I can do it in bales, but with the no silage bale rule, I actually can't, because I'm not allowed to make silage bales, am I? So, once we got whatever there is sold off tomorrow, or tomorrow for me, today for you. Today for you, tomorrow for me. I swear that's the song from Mint. And once we got those sold off, that'll be the end of silage sales for quite a while. And we're getting close to the evening already. Luckily the rule said sunset, which, because we're moving into summer, is going to get hilariously late. So the days are going to get longer and longer and longer, but the winter time I'm not going to be able to get much work done at all. I haven't really worked out winter plans yet. I need to get myself, just in case, a snowplow or a snowblower. I have no contingency for if it snows just yet, other than I may be using like a shovel or a bucket and just piling up snow. I don't even know where I'd do it. Piling up snow on the Galmetto or something? I don't know. But Landy noticed this during his stream yesterday. And I've always said this, the season's lighting, which I think is both Bill's work, with Bill's handiwork. It's always been stunning, and on well-made map it just looks even better, because it really highlights the little details very well. I know I'm using reshape, which I feel even accentuates it even more. But Season's lighting just looks good all the time. The mist is rolling in because the clouds are coming in. Oh, that's all I need now is to see mist. Oh, dang it. This video's gonna end up very grey indeed. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm actually quite annoyed by the new rule, because I do like the cluster lamp baler, and I was really looking forward to using a decent amount. So, whoever suggested that one, it made me sad. I hope you feel happy. Genuinely like that baler, and I don't like round bales. Society is the only time that I'll do round bales, so, GG, you screwed yourself out of seeing round bale. On this map in its entirety, pretty much. I made, well, the way that they stack on the duty, I might actually do more, but not anytime soon. It's much easier to use square bales. Especially with the quadrant. Because that baler is surprisingly nice. I'm just gonna leave that one bale over there to rot, because bleh. The grass bales rot over, I think 24 hours it takes them to rot, but that'll go away pretty quickly. And I'm not gonna, you know, I obviously got rid of the wrapper already. There's no reason for me to try and sell it. It's just gonna be faster and easier well, not faster, but it's gonna be easier for me to just leave there and let it disintegrate into nothingness. Courtesy of seasons and the way that bales rot. It is annoying though that there's no way telling, without using like game extension or something, or some sort of inspector mod. No, there is now, because of the Wopster. I stand correct, I correct myself now. The Wopster that was added in one of the updates. There used to be no way of telling how a bale was doing. You had to just kind of spike it and guess. Or, well, spike it and read. Or take a random guess based on zero information whatsoever on what the weather's been like. So I'm kind of glad that the decision was made to add the Wopster in, the Wopster device. Which you can use to like check bales and stuff, which is really, really quite nice. So I'm gonna leave that gate open. There's no reason to close it. No reason to... Yeah, there's nothing in that field that I don't want getting out. So I don't really care about people getting into the field because, well, I can climb a gate. I've done it myself in the past, so not a big deal. And we're gonna empty out the wagon here, and depending on how hard it's going to be to compact the silage, I'm going to try and get it compacted as well today. Obviously if it's not going to compact very well at all, I'll just abandon it for now and come back to it probably during stream at some point when I'm bored. And just do donuts in the Husqvarna. With 100,000 odd, I want to say it's about 100,000 liters silage. Like, that pit is not empty. That's kind of the main thing. It's not full. But with just over 100,000 liters, including this bit of silage here, we should be able to get through the rest of the year. Even if we get up to probably 10 or 12 cows, we should be good. So I'm gonna just leave the forage wagon there for now. And we'll compact this down, hopefully, pretty quickly. 1%, I wonder is the Fiat too light to even do this very well? I think the Fiat might be too light to do this very well. 2%. Yeah, the Fiat's a bit like 3. Fiat's a bit light. I may need to grab some weights or something for the John Deere and get that in here. Because I think that's the... Oh, it's done the weird thing where it glitches the wheel a bit. Yeah, sometimes the wheel will go over the collision for the silage and get stuck inside it. Not entirely sure why, but that's the thing that happens occasionally. But I'm going to leave you guys here, for now at least. Be back later on today with a stream, probably on here as well, on Shamrock, to get more off-camera work done. There's always stuff to be done on this map, I swear. And, I'll be back with another video tomorrow, new rule of course coming in then. I'll leave you saying, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching the Crowdsourced challenge on Shamrock Valley in Farming Simulator 2017 or Farming Simulator 17. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, leave your comments below if you want to complain about something I did, complain about the rule like I did, or even suggest your own rules, which may or may not be added to the Wheel of Misfortune as it's quickly becoming. I will double check through yesterday's comments because I only had a really quick look. I realised what time it was and kind of realised I'd forgotten to record. But until next time, stay safe and goodbye.